I think you also aspire to make a podcast. Why don't you try Anchor? It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor you will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple and other many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum internship. So download Anchor or visit anchor.fm. Episode 26 Quote Saturday Quotes of Galileo Galilee. Do you also only read the quotes and leave them by getting the word to word meaning of that? Then you are doing a mistake. Quotes include knowledge and experience of the writer. Hello everyone, your host Bramha here on the show I Got This Today. Where on every Saturday we deep dive in some of the best quotes and explore knowledge and experience of writer. Today's quotes are written by physicist Galelio Galilee. By these quotes, we will not only get practical knowledge but also learn psychology of Galileo, which can help us in day-to-day life. Let's move on to our first quote, which is, "The Bible shows the way to go to heaven and not the way heaven goes." In this quote, Bible and heaven are described. Bible is the holy book of Christianity. People think that it includes stories of heaven and how is heaven. But Galileo says no. Bible says how can we go to heaven? Means it shows how should we live on this earth and how should we do our deeds. And that's how we can go to heaven. It always encourages us to do good things and spread positivity. This is the case with all other holy books and not with only Bible. This quote shows that Galileo, being a practical scientist, also is a spiritual person. He also believes in God and heaven. I think this would be the major part of his life. So now let's check out our second quote, which is, "I never met a person so ignorant that I couldn't learn something from him." Here Galileo says that whenever he talks to someone, he don't ignore them because he can learn something from everyone. In our daily life, we ignore many people saying, "Oh no, they are just fools." And this stops our growth slowly because we learn the most from people around us. So he appeals us to have our conversation with 100% concentration and learn as much we can. This shows that Galileo was a great and hungry learner, and he was also a good observer. Not only this, he also believed in equality between people. Before going to the last quote, let's see why Galileo is so great. He has discovered many different phenomena which were essential for development of humankind. He had dedicated most of his life to physics. He challenged Aristotle's theory at that time where people respect him the most. He was not believed by anyone, but his theory was not accepted because Aristotle's theory was accepted by many people. So he didn't give up. He showed that people practical application of that theory, and then when people started believing him and praising him. Galileo also found some important laws and formulas in physics. He is surely a pioneer in physics. Let's start with my favorite quote, which is, "Measure what is measurable and make measurable what is not so." This quote shows optimism and never giving up attitude of Galileo. The quote has two parts. First, measure what is measurable. This part shows that we should perform experiments and learn about different things. We should at least do the things which are possible for us to do. This is what the first part says. And in the second part, he says that if something is not possible, then make it possible because nothing is impossible. This was a little funny, right? But this is true because the word impossible carries itself I am possible. So everything is possible. This quote was a great one, isn't it? He is one of the greatest influential personality I have ever seen. I think now you are also inspired by him. So that's it for today. Check out the description. There are given the best growth books ever at their lowest price. Also follow us for more great content and share this with everyone to help them. Don't forget to contact us and give the feedback of the episode. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter so we can have more fun than just only speaking and have a one-to-one interaction. Disclaimer: this podcast is based on my knowledge, views, and opinions. I don't mean to hurt anyone's sentiment or disrespect any group or individual.